Hi, this is Jack Downs here to tell you a little bit about the coverage exercise we're going to do. The idea is that you have a main interview. Let me bring the file down. By the way, there's 4 files for you to download from Moodle. This coverage main is the main one. The idea is you have a main interview, but within it are 3 chunks that are stuff you don't want to use. The interview is parts of it are boring, or goes on too long, or gets off on a tangent. So this is a typical situation that you have. You have a long interview. You need to make some cuts within it. With video, if we just make that cut and don't mask it, we'll have a jump cut, which is probably not what you want. So let's listen to this recording a little bit. It starts out in kind of an odd way where I describe what I'm doing. You could cut this part out if you want before I really start talking about the topic, but it's a little hard to cut because there's a tight transition here, so you can ignore that if you wish. Talking about the picnic, now I say I'm going on. This is the stuff you're going to cut out. I tell you to do that. Now I say I'm going to start talking about something else again, and then I move around, and then I start again.
The bands at the Redford Picnic were especially good this year.
Okay, so you get the idea. You have a chunk at the beginning. I start to talk about the Redford Picnic, which is the first topic. Then I tell you a bunch of stuff I want you to take out, and then I want you to start again. So, where does that all begin? Let's listen here.
I went to the Redford Picnic this year. I really enjoyed the music and dancing.
Right there. Right before I say then I go on, okay? Alright, good. So again, that's where I'm going to cut it, and this is how I'm going to do the cut with an S, which is a simple S key, gives a split.
I went to the Redford Picnic.
I'm going to pause there.
I really enjoyed the music and dancing.
I pause there, hit S for split. Okay. I'm going to continue along. I'm going to do another pause and split right about here.
Now I'm about to start talking about the Redford Picnic again.
Another split. So I'm going to take this chunk in the middle and delete it. I put these 2 clips together. So couldn't I just leave it like this and play from one to the other? Well, then I would have a jump cut. This is what a jump cut looks like. Watch the preview screen.
This year, I really enjoyed the music and dancing. The bands.
See that little hiccup where it looks like I kind of move, like something strange happened? That's the problem with a jump cut. I could do a crossfade over a jump cut, but why not use that opportunity to show some other footage, use something else to mask my jump cut? And for that, I'm going to use this Redford Dance. I'm going to pull it out on a different part of the timeline. The reason is that I want to separate the audio and the video. Till now, whenever you move one, you move the other, right? They're locked together. But if I do Control U for ungroup, which you can also find under the menus, and I just click off, I just select the audio, I can delete the audio. So now I just have the video. I'm going to pull it on top. I don't want this entire one. I could watch it to see what it is. I know I'm probably going to want the first, 5 seconds or so. I can select it if I want to see that 7 seconds. It's okay, but maybe a little bit less. I'm going to center it on roughly. If that area gets to bother me, that loop area, I can click up on above the loop area and it is all there. About halfway, I'm going to fade it in. Again, about a quarter second. Fade it out about a quarter second. If I wanted to, of course, I could zoom in a little more on this to make it more visible what I'm doing, right? So I got my fade in, my fade out. So let's watch how this works.
First of all, I tell you about the fact that I went to the Redford Picnic this year. I really enjoyed the music and dancing. The bands at the Redford Picnic were especially good this year.
So that's the idea. I've taken a piece of footage from somewhere else and I've masked the cut. I removed the audio because I didn't want that to be distracting. I'm saying, by doing that, I'm saying that the interview is the important thing, and the other stuff is just an accessory to add a little more information. Yes, I could have left the audio on and essentially used an envelope tool, which you haven't done yet in Sony Vegas, but there is a similar thing to reduce the volume, fade in and reduce the volume of the audio, or some other of the audio tools which we'll go over another time. And then I could have left that audio in, but it is not really necessary. You may be using this coverage stuff in VoxPop. It's much more likely, though, you're going to use it in this coverage ideas in your final video feature project.